Hello everyone, welcome to Moon Mage-Tarot. These are weekly messages, so I'm going to sound like a broken record here for a second because whenever you land on these messages is when you're meant to hear them regardless of the date that's on the thumbnail. Just something that I want to mention. These are just quick messages that give you a bit of a heads up about what could be potentially coming up for you in the week ahead, some challenges around that, guidance and advice. So I tell everybody to give themselves a second to feel into messages 1 through 4, and that'll be your message for the week. And I will get started here with message number 1. Hello, message 1. Let's have a look and see what is coming up for you guys this week. We've got signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. Nice. So where you feel unclear, unsure, really indecisive, Spirit, the universe is highlighting the fact that this week that energy is going to leave. To be open and alert to signs and messages that are coming through. And oftentimes these can be subtle. So it's really about being open to it and not discounting what you notice or see or feel. I don't know why, but I'm getting a strong feeling that some of you may receive signs by way of music. Obviously, that's not going to be the case for all of you and not the only way that you'll receive messaging, but I definitely am feeling that for some of you. So if something about a song stands out for you or a lyric, a line in a song, I think take that advice to know that that is a sign coming through for you. It's going to be all different kinds of ways, but just something I wanted to mention that I'm feeling right now. I also think through other people for some of my message ones. Somebody may say, something may do where you're like, oh my gosh, that's the answer. I see it now. I get it. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got cards flying out. Okay, so we've got koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Rabbit spirit. Ooh, now is a lucky time. Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. An elephant spirit. Learn from the past. Okay. Okay. Message 1. The energy, the overall energy that's coming through here for you guys this week is I think it's been really difficult for you to not necessarily try to push ahead without having all the answers and being stuck in that indecision and a lack of clarity. It's been a really big bone of contention for you, a really big frustration. And I think that Spirit's come in to highlight the fact that, you know, even though it might feel like you've been stuck in this energy for far too long and you're getting nowhere and you need to know now, it's like timing is at play for you, which is why this is the week where that foggy energy kind of lifts and you start to receive answers and wisdom and guidance. Things that were not clear before become much more clear this week. With there's always enough, I feel like my message ones have been in a lack mentality of some sort, or there's fear or worry or concern around maybe financial concerns or abilities or, you know, security in general. Like there's a lack of security when it comes to your money and finances. With the rabbit spirit coming out in the challenge position saying that now is a lucky time, I feel like this is just the universe's way of hiding the fact that it's been really difficult for you to see that the tide could possibly turn in your favor. Like you've been in this harder, heavier energy, not really being sure what to do, like spinning your wheels for so long that it's going to be difficult for you to see that that tide is turning, that the wheel's moving in your favor, answers are forthcoming. So I think that this is a bit of a heads up from the universe to say, we know you don't see it and we know you don't feel it, but it is a lucky time. So be on alert and pay attention for signs. Know that this is going to be a really positive time for you with good omens coming your way so that you can see clearly what to do and how to fix any issues that you're feeling, especially around security and stability. And with life being a mystery, it's about not pushing to or forcing answers to come your way, but just allowing, kind of going with the flow, embracing the in between, the mystery, the not knowing. That's difficult for all of us. We all want to know. We all wanted to know yesterday, especially when we're in fear or worry about aspects of our life, and even more so when they lean into our security and our well-being. Are we going to be taken care of? Are we going to have enough? Spirit is saying, absolutely, there's always enough. You are moving into a better time. Signs and omens are finally coming your way where it feels like there's been nothing coming your way, no clarity. That's about to shift and change. Embrace the energy of not knowing right now, and I feel like that opens you more to the answers. And here's this last final piece of guidance, wisdom from Spirit. Learn from the past. It's sort of like reminding you that, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I think it was Einstein that said that. It's like, it's insanity. It's never going to work. So I think that last card there is saying, try not to fall back into habits and patterns of the past. They may be comfortable to you because you know them, they make sense to you, but it's not going to be the way forward or through your situation now. So taking what didn't work and what did work and moving forward with that, if that makes some sense. It's like, just be careful not to repeat past mistakes or patterns. Like, take the lessons and leave the rest behind, because the way forward is not going to look like it was in the past. Hopefully that's clear. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here to cap this message off. Yeah, I feel like Spirit just really wanted to come in and let you know, like, you're okay, it's fine. We see that you're in fear, we see that you're in worry, and in a bit of a lack mentality, and that things have been anything but feeling lucky for you, tumultuous even. But that's about to shift and change, and your willingness to believe that is the starting point here for you this week, and then you will receive answers and guidance and a way through and forward. It's just not going to look anything like it did in the past. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Dropping cards everywhere. That sounds about right for me. Sorry about that, guys. I keep shuffling so badly that my cards are flying out everywhere and all over the floor. I have to be more mindful. Look at this card. It flipped right up. I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. Nice. So I think it's like kind of let loose a little bit, relax a little bit. Not to take things so seriously, like kind of lighten your energy, because the more joy we can be in and the more lightness of being that we have, the more likely we are to receive and see things more clearly. So kind of giving yourself permission to be in that energy. Yeah, and the wildness, to explore my wildness, I think that leans into not doing the same old thing, right? Not leaning back into that pattern, because there is a wild person within you, message 1, that wants to be unleashed, because it's going to be really beneficial to positive change for you regarding security, stability, I feel like financial things. I have power. It is real. Big heads up from Spirit saying, like, it's time to call that power back in and be that wild person. Embrace new things. Enjoy. Know that you are being guided and protected, that the time is now and the tide is turning in your favor, and the beginning point of that is this coming week. Yeah, I think that my message 1 choosers have been going through difficult things, lean times. This card didn't end up going with the rest, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. I am ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Yeah, a new way, right? Learn from the past. It's got to look different this time around. Big message here for you guys this week. If something comes along and it's very familiar, and you've been there and done that, it's like that's a closed door. That's a no for you. It's going to look completely different the way through and forward in your situation. Yeah, I'm ready for something bigger, better, and brighter. Yeah, it's time to embrace the new. And I feel like it's going to be difficult for you to believe that, because you've been going through such difficult things and tumultuous energy, and where things have not been shifting and you've just been feeling like you're spinning your wheels. But again, that's about to unstick for you guys this week. So allow yourself to go into that joyful, free free-spirited energy this week, and that's really going to open you up to the signs that the universe is going to be sending your way. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have an amazing week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 2. I'm going to have a look and see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. What are your heads ups? Okay, we've got difficult times. Be on your guard against chaos as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. Okay. Definitely a heads up from the universe, letting you know that this might not be the easiest week ahead, but we're going to pull some more cards to get some context around that. And I'm not entirely sure why, but one thing I'm feeling, and it will only resonate with some of you because it's a general reading, is that I think that this might have to do with gatherings and groups of people where this sort of energy unfolds, emotional upheaval especially, but we shall see what else comes out. Okay, we've got Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. Oh my gosh, these are the same cards that came out in the last time. Koi Fish Spirit, There's Always Enough. Oh, Electric Eel Spirit, Bring Your Ideas to Life. Nice. Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait. Okay. A lot of water energy here. So that's definitely leaning into that emotional energy, right? Because we've got Koi Fish, Electric Eel Spirit, and Seahorse Spirit. So all energies that are connected to water and emotions. Really interesting how, though, here with, saying to be on alert because there's some difficult times ahead. I do feel like for a lot of you, it's more leaning into the emotional upheaval of things. I also think some of you have already been through this. It's already happened, and you're now trying to navigate that energy. With the overall arcing energy coming next to these difficult times as Life is a Mystery, it's about not trying to push on anything or make anything happen, or even to maybe be the one to try to fix anything in this situation if it comes up, but more rather staying back and being an observer to it, lest you make the situation worse. And also because I think there's going to be some guidance and wisdom that shows up for you by stepping back into the observer role. And then with There's Always Enough in the challenge position. Again, message 1, 2 had this sort of energy of lack mentality. What are you lacking? What do you feel like there isn't enough of? Is it time? Is it money? Is it people in your corner? If you go down that rabbit hole and get stuck in that energy, it's going to become even more true. It's like we manifest this. So again, it's like go back into that observer energy and see where that isn't true. Try to provide yourself with evidence as to why it doesn't have to be true, if that makes any sense. There is always enough time, enough of the right people, enough money, whatever it is that's making things really difficult for you. This is a strong message from Spirit saying we see that you're challenged to believe that, but it's actually true. Where can you convince yourself and lean into where it has been true in your life? And then bring your ideas to life. So there's something that you hold within you, answers, abilities, talents, gifts, a way through the situation, maybe being a leader of sorts that needs to be brought to the table. So maybe you've been holding your tongue for just a little bit too long or not allowing these creative ideas to be unleashed. So if that's true, if that resonates with you, message 2, now is the time to start doing that. With the understanding that it takes time to see liftoff with the things that we want to do and we want to create. Like it's like planting the seeds. I'm getting that feeling that now is the time for you to plant these seeds, to bring them to life, to start cultivating a plan around them, because it feels like they're going to become fruitful. So if there was ever a time to, not lean into the emotional upheaval and the chaos that could be coming in and around you, that I feel like you're just kind of thrown in the middle of, but this is not your doing or your fault or your cause. It's like, step back, observe the situation, don't try to force your hand in it, and focus on you. Where can you be leaning into right now that's going to be beneficial to you? What can you be bringing to life? What seeds can you plant? What ideas do you have that keep coming up for you that you could start working on now and leading out of that chaotic energy and into personal growth energy? And then we've got that, seahorse spirit, watch and wait. And I feel like this is twofold here for my message twos. It leans into watching and wait around the situation without trying to force your hand or try to fix the situation or get too involved in the situation. But I also feel like it's about being patient around what it is that you're trying to grow, do, or create. I do see a lot of success around it. I'm definitely feeling like there's so much success to be had with your creative ideas, but it's going to require patience, right? A garden doesn't grow overnight. You first have to plant the seeds and have good soil and water and cultivate and care for before you see that growth. And so I feel like there's a dual message here where it's like, be patient with it, keep going, don't give up on it, because there's a lot of positivity on the other side of it. But I also feel like it's a bit of a heads up from the spirit to say, this is not the week to get involved in everybody's drama or to, become central to the drama or even believe that you should try to fix it. It's like, it's not your monkey, not your circus. Stay out of the situation and focus on you. I also think by, stepping back with that bobcat spirit being an overarching energy, like coming in, it's sort of like embracing that quiet reflective time by stepping back from these difficult energies. It's sort of like you may receive wisdom and guidance too, or more inspiration about what to do. But we need to create space for it, right? If we're so caught up in drama and everything going on around us, we miss those little creative sparks coming through, that wisdom from spirit, the guidance. So I think that's part of it as well. Okay, the first card that flew out here is, I am courageous and powerful. Yes, you are. You are capable of anything that you want to do, and Spirit's highlighting that for you this week. The universe is saying now is the time. Believe that, know that, and give yourself permission to start working on these things. So solar plexus energy as well might need to be cleared out a little bit here for my message twos. Ooh, beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Beauty raises my vibration, right? So maybe you're somebody who likes to do things with aesthetics, whether it's with yourself or, artistry of some sort. You're somebody who can make spaces beautiful. You're a painter, a writer, a drawing. There's so many art forms. If that's part of your passion, your purpose, or even just a hobby that makes you feel really good, this is the week to lean into that. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Yeah. It sounds like it's a part of your soul blueprint to be creative in this kind of a way. So more of this. Do more of this. Yeah, this is the week to go back and do the things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, to cultivate, to make things start turning in your favor. All about you, really, and leaning out of everybody else's stuff and focusing on you and what makes you happy, what brings you joy. And that watch and wait, I keep being pulled to that card because I feel like answers are forthcoming, growth is forthcoming, the difficult times will be coming to an end, but it does require you to step away from them to some degree. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have an amazing, beautiful week, that you navigate these more tumultuous energies to the best of your ability and focus on you. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. Oops. That was a lot of cards. We won't be taking all those. And now we have a card that flipped right over. and it's perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Nice. I love that message. Perseverance. Yeah. And I feel like this often shows up when you're about to give up, when you're like, I've had enough. I've been at this for so long. Maybe it's time that I just face the facts and recognize that this is never going to happen for me. It's sort of like when you get to that level of frustration, irritation, you're right on the precipice of that change that you're wanting to see and cultivate. So it's like a heads up from spirit saying, we see that that's coming in. Maybe you're already in it, but now is not the time to give up. Keep going, keep persevering. There's something good on the other side of this more difficult energy. And it feels like, for my message threes, this idea of success in whatever area or whatever that means for you has been so elusive for so long that it's gotten to the point where it's difficult for you to even imagine that it's possible. But as it says, there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. It's like the energy of miracles. You know, believing in miracles, leaning into the fact that they can happen. If they can happen for others, they can happen for you. Although I want to say, I feel like for my message three is like, you will have earned everything coming your way positive. Like I get the hardworking energy from my message threes. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. It's super loud in my house. I really apologize if the camera and the microphone's picking up all that noise. Claim your independence, cat spirit. That makes so much sense with that perseverance coming through. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Sing your own song. Okay. So let's talk about this. With learning from the past coming out as the overarching energy, it's sort of like saying, if you're tempted to go back and do things the way you used to do them, because even though it might not have been giving you what you wanted or hoped for, like the bigger dream, it's comfortable there. Heads up from spirit not to do that, not to ebb backwards, to just learn from what didn't work before and be open to doing it differently. With embrace the in-between coming out in the challenge position, it's sort of like timing is everything, and a lot of us don't like to believe that we want everything immediately. But it's sort of like you're in a transitional phase in your life where the hard work energy is needed, and persevering and keep moving through the difficulty is where you're at. But there is positivity on the other side. So embracing this energy and using affirmations and mantras to remind yourself, like, this too shall pass. Everything I'm doing now is going to bring about beautiful, miraculous results for me. I've earned them. I deserve them. It's all coming my way. Everything I want wants me back. It's that kind of energy, embracing the in-between while you're in the trenches doing the hard work, realizing that eventually it's all going to pay off. I know how difficult that is, especially when we're starting to get really frustrated with things are just not happening for me. But it's really going to shift and change. It's like you just have to go a little bit further. With claiming your independence, underneath that learn from the past, and then that canary energy of singing your own song, it does feel like there's a really strong temptation to go back to something that's familiar, to lean into what other people might be thinking, their thoughts, their ideas, taking their advice like it is right for you. But I want to say it's not. Message 3. It's the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to continue believe in what you want, what you've dreamt up for yourself, what you've been working on, regardless of opinions from others. Sing your own song. There's only one you, and only one you that can bring about what it is you want in a very special and unique way, right? You're an individual. You have your own blueprint, and the world needs it. And I feel like spirit can sense and see that you're about to maybe give in to, again, societal pressures, old ways of doing it, because maybe at least it provided you with some sort of security. It's sort of like, no, this is a time for you to really embrace independence and sing your own song, because everything you're doing, all the hard work, it will pay off. But you must stay in the energy of what's best for you, and kind of tune out all the noise around you, opinions from others. I'm not sure why I keep coming back to that, but I definitely feel like some of you have strong opinions around you that affect you, and affect what you're doing and make you second guess yourself. Don't let that happen. This is the week to keep pushing forward, keep pushing ahead, and lean into your ideas, your beliefs, what you want, that independent nature in your own soul song more than you ever have. If you got to use mantras, use mantras, affirmations, whatever it takes. If you have to remove yourself from certain people and situations for a while because they really affect what you want, do that. I feel like what you guys have to offer is going to be very important for many. There's, it's going to be needed. It's part of your passion and your purpose, and all the more reason for Spirit to be cheering you on and saying, keep going, keep doing, don't change for anything or anyone. We've got, gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Yeah. It's so easy to get discombobulated, right? When we're not getting where we wanted to as fast as we had hoped, when we can't see the fruits of our labor paying off, maybe when nobody's, giving us validation. It's so easy to want to give up. And again, just highlighting, now is not the time. Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. If you put all your focus on, I know what I want, I know what I'm doing, and I know it will pay off, it will help to unstick some of that mental energy that keeps us stuck. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Couldn't have said it better. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Right. But again, I want to remind my group threes that means going your own way. Not listening to everybody else's ideas about what you should or shouldn't do. This is not to say that other people don't have good advice, or they're not well-meaning with what they bring, or that there isn't something to what some of them might say as far as their ideas and opinions. But ultimately, you've got to go back to, does that feel right to me? Does that make sense to me? Does it resonate? Because if it doesn't, it's not yours. It's not your change to make. It's not the right way for you. Yeah, gratefully I surrender my struggle. That's a good mantra and affirmation for you this week. And I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Trust yourself more. Message 3. You've got this. You really do. Keep going. Don't give up. All right. I think I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope that you all have an amazing, fantastic week. And every time you feel that mental energy coming in and that's not helpful to you, that's telling you a negative story, become aware of that and find a way to switch that off and go back into I will not give up. Yes. Okay. Take care, guys. Hello, message 4. Have a look and see what's coming up for you guys this week. Ooh, there's 2 cards that fell out, so I'm going to go ahead and take the 2. Okay. Very interesting because they're very polar. Difficult times. Be on your guard against chaos as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. This did come out in another message. And then we've got personal riches. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. You know what? I feel like for my message 4s, this is like a positive turnaround after a difficult time. But we'll see what else comes out with this. Because that's really polarizing messaging. Let's see. Ooh, we've got Spirit has your back. Nice. Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Okay, wow. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Wow, okay. This is an extremely interesting reading showing up here for my message for choosers. Okay, so with the difficult times energy, right? Potential chaotic energy, emotional upheaval, and then we've got small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could move dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. I feel like things have not worked out the way that you had hoped, and perhaps that has just come to light and has caused emotional upheaval, frustration, that chaotic energy. Like, what do I do now? What do I do now? I think this is Spirit saying, no, this is divinely orchestrated. It's like a blessing in disguise. Maybe with you wanting something to work out a particular way and it didn't. It's like, no, that was divinely orchestrated. Spirit has your back. There is something better. And if you had followed this line of the trajectory that you were on, it would have led to something not so positive for you ultimately in the grand scheme of things. You may not be able to see that right now. You may just be frustrated with what you've had to deal with and what hasn't worked out. But with this, take a leap of faith in the challenge position. It's sort of like embracing a different way, being open to the idea that this could be a blessing in disguise. It's like it can clear that fog from our mind's eye so that we can see more clearly a better way forward than what you had originally thought was going to be the right thing. So really be mindful of that. And this couldn't be coming in together better, right? With trust and divine detours. Like, this is happening for you, not to you. Although I definitely feel like my message fours feel like it's happening to them. Like, seriously, I put all this work, all this effort, it's not working out. It's causing problems. There's frustration all around me. It just feels so sticky and uncomfortable and irritating, right? Like, I get the sense that a lot of you have probably put a lot of work into something too, only to have it not work out in your favor, not work out the way that you'd hoped. But Spirit's coming in really strong to say that they have your back, have faith, trust in this divine detour. The universe came in to pinch you because there is a better way, you just couldn't see it. And know that if there are fears around what hasn't worked out, what it's going to bring, problems that it could cause, they've got your back in that too. I feel that really strongly. Trust in these divine detours. And taking a leap of faith, I feel like that's because it's in the challenge position, message 4. I feel like thinking outside the box is going to be of great benefit to you guys. Very, very much so. Like, thinking outside the box, that's a strong theme, I would say, for this whole week. Not doing things the way that we've always done them, really being willing to try something new and get out of our comfort zones when it comes to how we would normally handle a situation. Because that's where all the magic's going to happen for us. And that's very much something I'm feeling here for my message for choosers. And then we've got the outcome card. Not to worry. It's again another don't worry card from Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. What you fear you're going to lose, particularly if it pertains to money, it's like not to fear. This situation that we've come in and interrupted, the way that we want it to be done, the way that we see that it needs to be handled is going to be even better, more fruitful, more prosperous. You may not feel that right now and you can't see that just yet, but that's exactly what I feel Spirit's trying to highlight. We have your back. Take a leap of faith, trust in this divine detour, and the universe will provide, right? And then we've got that small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. So it's like, yeah, this little detour, this little change around, the frustrating energy that you've been in, it's all turning around in your favor. And it's only after you receive this more positive energy that you'll be able to look back and see how, oh wow, this really is a blessing in disguise. If it had have went this way, can you imagine if it had turned out the way that we had originally thought or hoped? This is so much better. It definitely feels like that for me here for my message 4s. Let's pull some messaging here for my group 4s to cap this off. Yeah, I really feel like this is the biggest message here for you guys this week is not to worry, not to fear. You're going to come out of that difficult energy. Things not working out the way you wanted. It was for a reason because there is something better. And we've got Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Yeah. So I think this is also kind of a message from Spirit to say, don't try to push, like force your will, and try to make that what is that, square peg in a round hole, or whatever that, however that goes, because it's not the way. Don't push forward on it. Don't try to make it happen, because there's a better way. So just be open to, okay, I know that this or something better. The Spirit said something better. I'm just gonna believe that and let go of the struggle. I'm not gonna force. I'm gonna allow things to unfold in a better way for me. And then we've got, I accept that here now is exactly where I am, and that is a place of profound learning, right? And that's with that take a leap of faith. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so much more to be cultivated as a result of you taking the time to see, okay, so we tried this, it didn't work. I really am frustrated with the idea of having to let this go because I put this energy and time and effort in. It's caused maybe some financial loss in some kind of way, but I accept that this is just a stepping stone. It is not necessarily a mistake, but just a lesson. And I've got the lesson, and I'm ready for something better. Definitely the messaging here. I actually think I'm going to just pull one more card here. I'm just feeling it for you guys. Is there a moon card there? I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Wow, okay. Not much I need to see there, because that's coming out really strong here also for my message force, right? Trust in the divine detours, and Spirit has my back. I flow towards my goals. I am strongly protected as I go. You absolutely are. And the universe will provide. So to this or something better, the answer is something better. This, whatever it is that you're dealing with or going through, message for it absolutely is a blessing in disguise. Hold on to that thought and belief, and be open, because there is definitely something better on the other side of this hard situation. Okay, I am going to leave that there. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Take care, guys. Too close to me, actually. This way we gotta let this comfortable. Oh shit. Let's do.